Welcome back, everybody.
Dynamite intro, Mrs. Lush. Honey, the audience may not know this, but we've put a bit of a filter on us today to try and slenderize.
Okay.
Now, I know it looks good, but unfortunately it's not reality, which is why we're here today to do episode 2 of Instagram versus reality. We all know how the internet goes and how people get putting themselves online. They want to look as good as possible. Let's take a peek. First photo is from her Instagram, and the second is a screenshot from a video. She's quite thin and toned, but doesn't have the butt she portrays. That's actually quite extreme. I was about to kind of like on the person that posted this. It's also like equally as weird to be like
the observer that's posting
to
it.
be a witch hunter of like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
That's a good
To
word.
be Instagram versus reality witch hunter to take the time. She's pretty lean and fit, but dude, like, I mean, really it could just be angles or
Angles.
Well, I mean, that is pretty extreme too. Like that thing's looking pretty voluptuous.
Yeah.
Not that there's anything wrong with it, but yeah, that's
about
that's
as
classic.
mainstay as it gets. Like everybody does that.
Yeah, that was good. That's like the brass tacks.
Yeah.
Instagram versus
You're not
reality.
going to post a picture of your butt if you're not popping it out.
The question is whether she used a little face tuner.
Oh,
That's the
yeah.
thing.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I thought
Like,
you were just talking about like the
Angles is one thing.
Pose.
Face tuning and like stretching is a whole nother thing.
Okay.
I'm not good at noticing artifacts. That would be the perfect background to do it against. You wouldn't be able to tell.
Sure.
She'd probably easily stretch that, would be my guess.
Then there are people on Instagram or TikTok that will post videos showing the massive difference between poses. They're like, all right, look at me standing here right now, and then look at me
Correct.
stick my butt out, and it looks dramatically different. So
Lighting
the posing,
and
angles,
posing. Lighting and posing is number one, which that is still reality, even if the angle's strange. You know what I'm saying? I draw the line at photo manipulation with apps. Okay.
It is still reality, yeah.
That's what I mean. Yeah, I don't care how you angle it. Like perspective is obviously a big deal. I mean, that's airbrushed to hell, no big deal. The captions
it
on the
looks like AI, right?
That literally does. It looks so. It looks AI. It's almost so airbrushed.
Just the whole photo.
The caption on the before picture is about how some guy bullied her, and those on the after pictures about how everyone wants her now. That's cringe. Whoa, dude.
Huh?
Is that supposed to be the same person? Listen, you look fine in the second picture. I'm not body shaming, but what's going on there? Why would you include that? Like, if you're trying to dunk on people being like, everyone wants me now, why would you include that in the before picture? Some people are just,
It's fake.
I think the whole thing was literally generated. Oh, I love stuff like this. He's got like the Chad filter on. This I feel like is purposely meant to be, all his pics are like this. Yeah, like this guy's doing it on purpose, right? So this is where I'm like, if the witch hunter is now the one that has brainworms, because like, if you think this guy's posting this seriously trying to convince people he looks like that, everyone knows that's the Chad filter. And you're a nerd for actually taking the time to post this and try to call him out for it. That looks like post-mortem, to be honest. I was about to say it's giving corpse vibes. I don't know. I see people use that filter all the time, dudes. Like, just ironically. I would have to see his account to know if he's actually trying to be serious, but that one was a little... Yo, this girl we saw in the last one, didn't we? I think she was in the thumbnail. Claims to be size 2'4" and size XSS and never uses filters. What? Video she posted versus photos in the wild. That looks like the same girl in the thumbnail from the last episode we did.
I think I remember.
No, I guess she's got a bunch of followers and this person's mad that so many people follow her. I'm like equally as unimpressed by just most people in this subreddit as I am by people heavily editing their photos online.
What about us? Are you disappointed in us?
No. I'm just here laughing at the people on either side and making money doing it. So I don't give a shit. None of these motherfuckers on Reddit posting diatribes about how mad they are that this girl has followers and making a dime.
It's a little weird to lie about your clothing size. We can see what you look like.
Yeah.
Like, she's not big or anything like that, but it's not a extra small.
It's the facial stuff was always a little weird for me. I didn't even bother to think about like the body, like whatever. It is weird to just be blatantly lying online about, well, anything but your sizes.
I know, like we could,
Yeah.
we see you.
Which I got eyes. Okay. What are we doing there with the pinch? Okay, no. What? What's going on here?
Does she have an extra long torso? Like
She looks like a Stretch Armstrong,
Stretch Armstrong,
dude.
yeah. Oh my God, you remember that toy?
Do I remember Stretch Armstrong? He's so vintage.
God.
I think it's probably, I think to get a Stretch Armstrong these days would cost hundreds and hundreds of dollars to get
think
like
so?
a boxed Stretch Armstrong.
Come on.
Dude, I don't know what's going on here. Waist to hip ratio, that wouldn't surprise me with the things people do, but the length of it feels like it's a little strange.
It really does. I mean, some people have longer torsos, but I don't know.
If this were real, she'd need to be under the care of a physician. I don't know about
No.
that. Like, I don't even know. I can't even sit here and tell you that it's not real with 100% certainty. It's possible. Seems a little fishy, but it's all right. Reddit's on the case. They'll figure it out. Posting again, sorry for showing her name before. Is this like a rule on the Reddit? Like you're not allowed to show their name because you're just sitting here
I don't know. There's the
shaming them?
rules. No giving identifying information for people or brands. Yeah.
Okay.
Thumbnail.
Oh yeah, you can see the filter work at work here. It's like morphing everything around the. Did you see that?
No.
Did you just not see the whole background warp? Are you okay, bro?
No.
I should be the one stuck looking at the ass, and you can't even get your eyes off those cheeks to look at the background to see where she's using the filter.
She's got me fooled. That one looks very real to me.
Snap out. See, these are the people you're like the people that just getting had. You're about to roll down through and sign up for OF probably because of that.
That's a real butt cheek video. That is real.
You think that was real? You would have thought it was.
I would have.
You would have thought it was real.
For sure.
Dude, look at the background.
Okay.
Watch it morph. Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Fine.
Did you see it?
Yes.
That one. Okay.
I was busy staring at the cheeks before.
I see. I knew it. I knew it.
Listen, I can appreciate a good ass.
Disgusting. I can't. Nope, not me. There's only one ass I like, and it's 2 ass cheeks distance away from me.
Not even.
The sad part is, like, take the filter away, she's probably got a pretty nice proportion with all whatever she's doing, but then she still feels the need to have to add some sort of like subtle filter to make it pop even more. The background is so polite to move out of the way for her. This kind of content just irks me, so pointless and boring. I will contest, it is not pointless. It is literally shit like this that's probably allowed her to grow to several 100,000 million maybe followers on Instagram. It is just one of those verticals online where you can grow without really having to do much except post your cheeks. She has a beautiful natural figure, and it's a shame she feels the need to edit it, alter it with Photoshop. It's especially concerning since many of her followers are young girls who may look up to her. That's always their argument, is like, oh, it's these young girls that don't know any better, which there's some validity to that, I think. I mean, the idea that we've been setting unnatural beauty standards forever is like permeated culture for a long time now, but it was one thing when it was Victoria's Secret models and they were just like anorexic and unhealthy and like dying. It's another thing now where it's like, you're just faking it.
Yeah.
It's that's I guess worse. So what are they trying to say here? Like, this is the natural photos.
That's her.
This is normal, and then this is her airbrushed. I mean, this doesn't seem too egregious to me because there's more shadows in this one, like on this, or no, maybe your chest isn't as big. That looks like post-implant, honestly.
Yeah.
Like before
But
that, or maybe they're just
she could have altered it.
Yeah, this is like your typical, that's just like a normal, like, oh, I got dolled up like a Kardashian type of thing. Yeah, you know. There has to be some sort of beauty enhancement through the camera as well. I love the absolute sleuths. Like, oh yeah, she got that beauty enhancement camera. Like, what are you talking about?
Filter, I think.
So through the camera as well? What does that even mean? Yeah, I got that special Sony A7 IV Beauty Edition.
I'll take
lighting, dude. Like lighting. Yeah, people are, as much as this is equally stupid to go crazy with the filters, people are equally as insane with their plotting and their theorizing on the internet. Here I am doing the same thing. Oh, damn, bro. Did you lose an anaconda in those pants? Sorry.
You didn't see that coming. Were you just like a little like, whoa?
I did not. Yeah, dude's jacked.
You a little whoa?
Feels like the package got a little help. He looks deformed. Like, what's going on with the legs? Oh, dude, look at down. Like, he literally made his hips wider. Look at the grain on the wood. Like, he did like what chicks do usually. But why is a dude? Like,
do you like pull in his waist too?
Yeah, pulled in the waist and widened the.
Okay, I'm getting better, guys.
So yeah, there
the wood grain helps.
The background.
Maybe not his best background choice.
If you're gonna do this, you really need to pick the right background, like a nude neutral color. It's very hard to tell. Anything with a pattern, it's very easy to tell. Obviously.
Yeah. You guys are getting to witness me in real time. Getting it.
She's becoming Instagram versus reality sleuth detective. We're training.
I will not be on Reddit though.
We're training here.
Question is, did he enhance the package?
Have you ever left a comment on Reddit? No chance in hell.
No, but I've read stuff on Reddit a lot.
Yeah, sure. So have I.
So did he enhance the package?
I mean, if he's going to that length, I wouldn't be surprised if he just did like, there's literally an effect called bulge where you just tap it and it like.
Oh, why do you know that, Leon?
Yeah, I usually do it for eyeballs and thumbnails when I was trying to do like,
Sure.
Yeah. What are we doing here? Tagged photo versus what she posted. That's actually crazy. That's aggressive.
That is so aggressive.
Yikes. I like that they gift it for us so we don't even have to go back and
Right?
forth.
We don't have to do anything.
Yeah. like took the whole face in and everything, dude. Like, good Lord. You just look a little goofy.
Yep.
You can tell who posted the pic. Yeah, you wonder who? Incredible, dude. Absolutely incredible. Whoa. Whoa.
Excuse me?
I photographed Slimmer. I don't know what to tell you. Mom Club Collective. Honestly, I'm jealous that that's not a brand that you started. That hat's fire.
I know. Make something similar.
We
Stay
should.
at home mom club.
Psalm.
SAHM.
Psalm Club Collective. Put that down in your notes. If you know this influencer, you know that she uses filters and photoshops her pictures, but claims she doesn't. Doesn't surprise me.
I mean, that's confusing.
Listen, like granted, like you took a picture of her literally going like this. It's not like I'm looking at that one and being like, oh, she's thin and trim. Like,
I know, but
this is just
it's
like
confusing in that like she just looks like she lost a lot of weight in that other picture.
Does she? I wouldn't even think that. It's just the angle on the makeup. She still looks the same to me.
Okay.
That's just a classic, like dolled up for a picture, angled my face versus caught candidly. Like I don't even think there's any Photoshop manipulation going on there. Maybe I wouldn't be surprised, but
she had a kid last year and wears mom apparel at least once a day while neglecting her son. Oh my God. Wow.
People are
vicious.
To Basic Chicks Collective now just means me by myself and no one else involved. Dude, I thought like Reddit dudes were bad online, but there's definitely a demographic of neckbeard women that just rip on other women online that are maybe even worse. Like,
Wouldn't be me.
Let's see a picture of you, bitch. What are you working with? She aged 60 years. Fake face. I mean, yeah, he's super filtery. Whoa.
Holy shit. Oh.
That's just like a classic, like fully soften, like take out every line, just soften the face, completely soften.
Too much.
I mean, that like this is just very basic. I'm an older woman with a bunch of work done, and there's a bunch of lines, and I'm just gonna eliminate those lines in a picture.
That's pretty standard.
Whoa. This feels like it might be AI.
It really does.
Yeah, I've seen some AI like this recently. Like now, I think some of these Reddit people are getting duped by AI. This is 1,000% AI.
I think so too, because even the way she walks.
No, I mean, you can see with the trees, like they're literally taking an AI generated video and trying to call it out for being Instagram versus reality.
Yeah.
Guess what? It's 0% reality.
Yeah, it's never meant to be real.
Yeah. Her elbows warp towards her waist. The trees warp towards her. It's just warp, warp, warp. That's
because it's AI, right? Right, people? Like, yes or no? AI?
Those are definitely not boobs, but I would like to know what the heck they are because they really look bad. There's a chance like a percentage of this is based on a real video and then it's just all kind of like generated. Like obviously AI uses references, but you can now like literally just put in prompts like woman in the woods, super like anime waist, like and it'll just come up with stuff like this. Or I'm wrong and this is just an actual chick that I don't think I am though.
Curious what?
Seen enough AI to know when that's coming out of the woods. The thumbnail of her story versus the first post on her story. This is a very popular online chick, I believe. I've seen her face all over the place. So what's the deal here? Is it just supposed to be the waist to hip ratio?
She made the hips much.
She definitely widened the waist for sure. So she just banged up the thumbnail. Yeah.
Why?
Why?
If you were then gonna post another picture.
I just think this is the type.
Same outfit.
A lot of these girls don't care. Like to do something like this, any reason to get people talking about you is good marketing for their OF. So it's like, I'm gonna do it wider so it makes the thumbnail more aggressive, and then if people do call me out for it, that's good because it makes them they're talking about me anyways. You know, there's like no downside. And once you're doing like that stuff anyways, you're not worried about what people think about you on the internet, I guess. If you're already doing 720s on a cucumber on camera.
Okay.
Got him! My last post was deleted, but this belongs here. Thanks to the gym and the gym only, Miss Ma'am achieved the smallest waist on record. I mean, she's also wearing a corset and a waist trainer. Whatever. This is a little concerning.
Can you breathe?
Oh, her actual caption is happiness can be found in a small waist. That's so weird. Finally, after 4 years of gym, I have an 11-inch waist. This has to be bait marketing again.
Yeah.
I'm assuming this is literally just an ad created to get people pissed off and they're selling a waist trainer, would be my guess. Like I've got a lot of behind the scenes on people that are into like e-com and stuff and do these brands and like viral TikTok and Instagram marketing is there's right in this alley. It's like, how can we walk the line of pissing people off, rage baiting while like making it it doesn't feel like an ad. Chicks will sit down and do story time like while they're putting their makeup on, talking about how this like sugar daddy, and you'll be hooked. And then in like the last 20%, they'll be like, they'll like introduce this product that they think is great and it feels super organic.
Yep.
And it's crushing. I've seen people make so much money and people just don't know. They're like, oh, this chick really, like it's very convincing. Now that we have like AI generation and copy, it's like they can take all their best performing ads, put it into an AI and be like, hey, these are my top 100 performing pieces of copy. Now make me 100 more that are like this, but different. So there's just been this increase in production of very high converting ads. Sorry, this is something I think about a lot.
Clearly.
Even though I don't make money doing it, I wish I did. The lighting could use some work there. I mean, that clearly, that's like a legit like Snapchat filter of like the freckles. And then, okay. Yeah, I mean, whatever. She's just having fun. I don't know who she's trying to convince. Leave her alone. That's pretty intense though. Look at this. I love how deep she goes. Not all her videos from this year, but I remember from a year or two ago. Like, how are you just tracking her every move? You've been following her for multiple years, like just waiting for that moment you can pounce and blow her up on Instagram versus reality. These people are pathetic, but thank you for doing this so I can make videos. She got exposed for copying someone and made fun of for it, and she looked nothing like this at all. Her skin was darker. She didn't have a tiny waist, and her head wasn't extremely tiny. I mean, that's insane, that whatever's filter's going on there. So she's posting these being like she didn't used to look like this. And that's her base case for this?
No,
a lot of people.
Yeah, she was not born looking like that. Great.
A lot of people change.
We can assume that.
This got 1,000 likes too. I mean, clearly there's a lot going on in the face there. I wish she would have included a picture of something without a filter on it or whatever is going on there. That's borderline just like weirdly obsessive from the poster over it as anything else. That's why this Reddit's so great. She looks like a completely different ethnicity in every photo. Yeah. Like Kim K with braids. That was a fun one. What are we doing here? Okay. All right. Yeah, went right to the braids. Looks like Catch Me Outside Girl kind of there. Wait, this is the this is the Catch Me Outside Girl. Yeah, I'm pretty sure because I'm just like looking at these tattoos and she's definitely, yeah, it is. Yeah.
That is?
Yeah, it is. She's way different now. She like raps now stuff. Have you heard any of her rap songs?
No, I don't ever want to.
I don't recommend it, but apparently one of her newer ones is doing quite well. These first two I had no idea. And then I was like, okay, that looks a little more like her. And then I was like, yeah, that's definitely her. I feel like I'm in some sort of time warp. It feels like I saw a Dr. Phil ages ago, like 15 years ago or more, and yet she's only 21. Yeah. That was only 5 years ago when she was on the Dr. Phil Cash Me Outside.
It says she was only 13 on Dr. Phil.
Oh, never mind. That was longer than that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, that was early commentary days for me. That was more like 7 or 8 years ago. She's gone.
I remember she was super young.
She was wicked young in that.
That's really young.
She's gone down exactly the path I expected her to go down. Could not have drew it up better. Like when I first saw these two pics before knowing it was her, I was going to ask like, what do we think her base ethnicity is?
Caucasian.
I was going to say, maybe like mulatto or half black, but yep, nope, she's the Cash Me Outside Girl. Good for her, man. Congratulations. Indian influencer doing blackface. You know what's funny? I have something I want to say about that in a second, but let's look through it. I mean, Indians are relatively dark to begin with, so she's just...
Some.
True. No idea what's going on here, but it's something. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there either. She's clearly just trying to get a reaction out of people. That looks super unnatural. They all look unnatural. Yeah, what is going on there? Bro, she's doing grayscale.
It looks more gray than anything.
I don't know the name of the account, but just yesterday I was doing some research for another video and there's this TikTok girl, probably an Instagrammer too. She's a African woman, very dark complexion. And I remember like a year ago, she went wicked viral just because of how dark her complexion went. And everyone was like, Queen, you're so hot and all this stuff. But I went on her account and I started looking through and I'm like, there was some older photos of her like without a filter on it. And I'm like, she literally goes into her photos and color selects just the darks and crushes the darks to make her look blacker than she actually is. And it contrasts with like, she'll have like a neon bathing suit with like a beautiful, like colorful background and then just take the blacks and crush her skin down to make it look like she's way black. I think because she went viral early on and now like that's her thing. So I'm like, that's super weird and deceiving because so many people are like, oh yeah, that's that black type of black, and like that became the conversation piece. Sure. But if you saw her in real life, it wouldn't be any different than like, you'd just be like, oh, that's just a darker skinned black person.
Okay.
It was very strange to me. I was going through her account. I'm like, but this is her brand now and she has hundreds of thousands of followers. People must know, obviously, but there's a lot of people that probably don't. It's like this is weird and cartoony.
Very cartoony.
She does it in a way that looks more real.
Sure.
But it's very obvious once you see some photos of her like from a normal camera or whatever. Oh, it's Jesse James West. I usually love this guy's content, but come on, his arm isn't bigger than her waist. No, this is another one of those angle ones. Like, what are we talking about? Arm bigger than the waist. She's standing sideways. He's generally pretty jacked. I think this is a classic case of this Reddit poster is an idiot.
What are they accusing them of?
Her probably pulling her waist in and him making his arms bigger. Also off topic, but I've noticed a lot with other female fitness influencers, all these sports bras they wear look uncomfortable as and not supportive for a workout at all. I just don't get it. What looks uncomfortable? Well, I mean, that's smushing art pretty good, but I don't know why that would be super uncomfortable. Like you want
Depends
it to be,
on what kind of workout you're doing.
You probably want it to be pretty supportive and tight when you're working out hard.
Depends
right?
on what kind of boobies you got and what kind of workout you're doing. If they're fake and they're lifted and they're set in their own place, they're probably not going to go too far anyway.
To be too tight, yeah.
If they're post-baby a million years ago, weight up and down, they're going to be flopping up and down when you run on the treadmill.
Little pull cue in a tube sock routine.
Yeah.
I'm curious about the comments here because the trend of tights that pull all the way up to the booty hole, we talk about this all the time.
Yeah.
I don't think that would necessarily be uncomfortable for women.
It's not. It just, well,
you tell us from experience. You got one pair I only let her wear around the house. That's not true. But my favorite pair.
you bought them.
Depends
Depends. I don't know. I'm sure some people actually pull it in, as opposed to the ones that have just the seam that kind of look like they're going in.
Yeah.
It's not like in your butthole.
Here's the reality of what's going on
I
here.
think that
So
I've worn thongs that are worse. How's that?
I was gonna say, like, you're talking about women that generally wear a little piece of dental floss up their crack at all times. I don't think a pair of tight pants is gonna be any worse than that.
They're not uncomfortable.
The reality here is, so like Jesse James West, I see he's a big YouTuber. He's been doing it for years. He makes high effort content. He's a little cheeky sometimes, but generally makes pretty good content, in my opinion, all things considered by the YouTube standard. Pretty genuine dude, from what I can tell. They're posting a selfie and there's just a thread of people nitpicking every little thing in the pit. Like, this is some of the saddest shit, but this is the nature of the internet.
So the tag is angles. I just noticed that, as opposed to like Photoshop or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm
not definitively saying
they
they
it reality.
Yeah, I'm not definitively saying there's not, but that very attainable look from that angle without manipulating the photo.
Sure.
Yeah.
If we want to talk about uncomfortable, the only thing I'm uncomfortable with is her wearing her hair down working out, because I would be sweating like a mother. I'd be like, get this hair off.
Hon, when you are a big fitness influencer, all right?
Yes, you gotta make it look good.
You need a full makeup, whatever those.
Oh yeah, I also can't wear makeup when I work out. Ugh.
Ugh, that would blow, dude. I don't know how these girls do it.
Like a little bit, but not like full face. No.
No, just a little touch, but no, a lot of these girls do.
The good news is I work out alone, so I look like a gremlin.
I think Gremlin's a little bit aggressive, hon.
Boobs flying everywhere, no makeup.
Boobs flying everywhere. I guess I should be. Maybe we should
running?
work out together. Yeah, that's good. There were some decent cases here today. You know, honestly, maybe better than the last video we did as far as.
I like it better.
Yeah, but I guess one universal truth remains is that no matter how hard people try to convince themselves that I don't care what other people think. Well, of course you do. That's why you're constantly editing yourself before you put yourself online for people to see. Not me though.
Oh yeah?
You want to see reality? Anyways, honey, final closing thoughts? No, thank you so much for joining us. I knew you were going to leave me high and dry anyways. Yeah. We appreciate you being here as always. Keep it reality. See you in the next one. I don't know. That was terrible.